Greetings, humanoids of the internets. My name is Bob, and this is episode number 133. Episode number 133 of Journey into Space. Now, I wanted to play around with something, and I figured I might as well record it while I'm playing with it. I wanted to make a very lightweight lunar lander, lunar exploration vehicle that could land, take Kethane, refuel itself, and go to other places. Now, I've done that before. The difference here is that this is a very relatively lightweight vehicle. It's so lightweight that it's able to take off the ground under Kerbin gravity. So what I'm hoping to do is land in a spot that's got Kethane, mine Kethane, refuel the tanks, then hop off to another spot that's more interesting, because spots with Kethane aren't always the most interesting spots on the moon. Explore it, convert the Kethane into fuel, and then hop back to another spot that has Kethane, and do some more exploring after that. It's got three parts. Here's the Bulldog lander. There is no command pod. It's just got chairs here, so really it's just going to be controlled by this robotic brain there. It's got two very small nuclear engines and three of these other engines as supplemental landing engines, basically just for the last few hundred meters or so when you want to really stop things, get things stopped. Yeah. And then this part here is actually a Kethane detecting probe, because I've only got the Kethane on the MUN partially mapped in this save game. So I need to go ahead and map the rest of the Kethane resources. So once this thing gets to orbit around the MUN, this thing will depart and get into a polar orbit and go map the Kethane. And then here's the home base, the command base here. It's got the three-man capsule and a hitchhiker module, so it will hang around in orbit waiting for these guys to get done with their work for the time being, and then head back up here, and then they can do it all over again if they want to. Hopefully bringing up enough Kethane when they go up to refuel the tanks and enable them to do another mission later on. Here's the rocket. I've not tested it. I don't know for sure that it's going to work, because it's got a lot of weight to carry. So don't know for sure it's going to be positive. Let's take a look at the staging. I have a little lightning here, so I could have a power failure. You never know. I hope we're going to get some rain. I would really enjoy having that. Okay, so these decouple, and that decouples, that fires, that decouples. This the main engine for the mothership, which is a nuclear engine, a large nuclear engine. Let's see, that's that. That will be something we don't want to decouple until we're coming back from. What's this? Okay, that needs to be separate. So obviously some of these are going to have to decouple manually. Okay, I think it's all good. Let's go and save, and we will launch. Okay, KSP refrained from crashing. That's very good. A little bit wobbly. Not sure I've got that threaded up quite well enough. Never mind. We got Bob Kerbin in command, flanked with Keldrid and John Vin Kerman. This may be a little too wobbly. I may need to strut it up a little bit, but let's find out. Let's put their lives on the line and find out. Okay, SAS on. 3, 2, 1. I really think that's going to be too wobbly. Okay, my KSP crashed, which seems to be doing quite a lot lately. I don't know what the problem is. When I go back to my 64-bit version, I'll see if the same problems are happening there. But definitely there's big problems here as far as it crashes way too often. But regardless, we'll see if we can get this thing shredded up better and get it launched. Okay, we had a second crash, except that this time I believe it was a power failure. We're having a thunderstorm outside, and so I believe that's what caused it. I will try to continue. Okay, as weird as KSP is acting, I don't have a enormous amount of confidence in this working, but we shall see. And it's still a little bit jiggly. Throttle to maximum, SAS on. And 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, that's slow takeoff. And a bit jiggly. Hopefully it will stabilize as we lose stages. Could be the multiple SAS is also causing issues. Probably should turn off gimbaling on some of these rockets. It does not want to do the gravity turn too well. And now we got it. Don't go too far, please. Well, that was good. Okay. Really doesn't want to move at all. Not at all. This is not going to give me an orbit, but what the fuck. Love the explosion, the random explosion sounds. Definitely not going to cut it. Okay, I locked gimbal on the external boosters. That may help me out a little bit. I also added Seppatrons, which always make life interesting. Seppatrons, they make life interesting. Buy a Seppatron today. Launch your kids with it. Okay, coming up on booster separation. Hopefully this will work better this time. Nope, it did not. It busted plumb apart. It sure did. Yep, that was depressing. They look very unhappy about it too. Okay, crashed again. If this continues, I may have to play a bit on the 64-bit version, which has no mods to speak of, and see if the same problem happens there. Because I'm crashing a very awful lot. Okay, here we go again. That's become transparent. Very interesting. No, it hasn't become transparent. It's just simply gone away. Why that is, where it went, I have no earthly idea. Well, let's see what we can do here. Imagine very little. Okay, let me tell you what happened. My KSP was acting much too unstable to for me to, with my 32-bit KSP, the hell, all my legacy plugins and mods and shit was much too unstable to continue with. I was always planning to switch to purely to the 64 as soon as I knew it was fairly stable. Well, it's hell of a lot more stable than my 32-bit. So what I did is I laboriously figured out what kind of mods I had on the 32-bit that I couldn't live without, and which I had also on this, and tried to find the most updated versions of those mods and got stuff copied over. The most critical mod, well, aside from Kethane, obviously Kethane is critical, but the otherwise the most critical mod is actually the most critical mod parts was the AIES pack. I was surprised to recall how many of the parts I use all the time are actually from that pack. If you can find it out there, I think it's not being currently being updated. I hope that will change in the future. But if you can find it, it's still the parts still work fine with 0.24. So I would recommend highly that you get it, because basically most of the stuff is AIES with a few stock parts and other things thrown in. So okay, well, we will proceed to the mun. The only way I can find to get this thing up is just basically strap a whole bunch of these together. Don't bother with any kind of staging here. Just stick them all together and throw it up there. So that worked. Off we go. Off we go. Okay, we're in orbit around the mun. We have a rather delicate operation to do here. We have to detach the lander part. We have to detach this part, move this out of the way, and then rejoin the lander to the command pod. Quick F5. Let's also deploy these panels. They're on a little crooked, not that it matters. Adds character. Nope. Decouple. Okay. Not much happened there. Let's go ahead and back out a little bit. Oh. Okay. Go ahead and point it back towards this thing. Let's go ahead and break our momentum a little bit. Okay. Go ahead and detach that. That's a little bit alarming, that whole thing. Okay. Unfold your solar panels as well. Don't want to run out of electricity. You may turn your SAS on. Turn your RCS on. Back out a little bit. Then back out a little bit. No, I don't want to set it as target. Okay. Yeah, the little thing here is causing some problems. Okay. Thank you. Want to pull away, don't want to dock. Thank you. Okay, well, let's turn on the engines. Thank you. I don't want to dock, please. Want to pull away. Thank you very much. Don't dock with that. Do not dock. Please do not dock. Well, okay, how about you dock first and then we'll undock after. How about that? Okay. And then undock, please. Move that out of the way, please. Thank you. Alright, I need to move this back into the correct position. Why do I not have any control here? Control from here, please. Thank you. I actually have no control, and I don't understand why. I have electric charge. Okay, I got a little bit of control. That's rather unfortunate. I've got no nothing showing up. What the hell? Yeah. Okay. No reason why that should be, as far as I can tell. It's got power, it's got a module, it's got electric charge, has an SAS module. Beats the fuck out of me. Oh. Alright. Okay, I got control now. Maybe I was in docking mode or something. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Right there. No, I don't want... Fuck. Why is it... It's going into docking mode for some reason. I gotta fix that. Okay, I got that sorted out. Damn docking mode. It's kind of cumbersome to to be flying it with this being the It's being the front of the ship, but having a dock in here, but we managed to do it. Let's go ahead and we'll go and get over to the probe, get it on a polar trajectory, and get some data on where the kethane's at. Okay, we got the kethane mapped. It's evident from this that there are some areas with great concentrations of kethane and other areas like this with very little. So we may have to be, well, obviously there'll be no problems with exploring around here because there's plenty of kethane. Might be some problems doing the hopscotch amongst some of these things. And going around the back end might be a little difficult. Okay. At some point we may take this probe back and reconnect it with the mothership and transfer some fuel, but not right now. There's a few interesting areas in here where the kethane is. There's some interesting terrain there. But all that probably is going to have to wait until next time. And over here the night side. Turn on the lights. Okay, that's all for right now. And until next time, hasta la vista. Next time we will go and do some excursions on the moon. Do some explorations. But that'll be next time. And until next time, hasta la vista. Adios.